we will start off with batteries. Warm welcome, Roberto García Martínez, the CEO of Eurobattery.
Welcome. Good morning. Good morning, Mats.
Good morning. You have been listed on the NGM, and now you have a dual listing on Börse Stuttgart. Why is the German market interesting for Eurobattery?
We are a foundation of the battery chain value. We are part of this great opportunity to be there. And to list in Stuttgart, our plan is to open an office in Berlin in the couple of weeks or the months, and to be in the very heart center of the automotive industry in Europe. This will be a great opportunity for all of us, and it really is where the electrification it is happening. Further, thus, the listing obviously enable us to have access to a great or a bigger quantity of investors and potential people that are interested in our company. Therefore, the listing enables us to the company strategy to be clear and with a clear vision for the European market.
Okay, very interesting. Can you tell us a little bit? I mean, you are focusing on minerals that we will use in electric cars, for instance. Can you tell us a little bit about the needs for battery minerals in Europe?
The need is huge, Mats. By 2040, 500 million electrical vehicles will be on the road, plus 40 more commercial vehicles. So the demand of electrical cars is ever increasing, and only this year, more than 200 electrical vehicles models will be released to the markets. And for that, the expectation of battery minerals, such as copper, nickel, lithium, will increase from 300,000 tons today to 4 million tons in 2027, which is just there. So it has been long known that the current supply for existing mines will not meet the future demand. So, and for that, we want to exploit the opportunity on the market.
Yeah, I understand. Roberto, I think one question is, of course, starting mines in Europe. What do the politicians think about battery minerals?
Yeah, certainly. Today, the European vehicle industry is heavily relying on a few democratically unstable countries to provide these minerals. For example, the 60% of all cobalt is today provided for mines in Congo. None that deployed a very poor labor laws and environmental laws. If the electrical revolution is founded on the vision to get a greener and a more sustainable planet, all parts of the value chains need to be provided for that. Europe definitely cannot replace the fossil fuel dependence with dependence on acute raw materials coming outside from this continent. Therefore, it's great to see that the European Commission has appointed on the fact that the European revolution needs to be successful in Europe, and the big industry, car industry, need to increase itself these critical and raw materials, and to need to mine more sustainable here in Europe. And we are part, just the last thing is just we are part of a strong mission force, the European Battery Alliance and the European Raw Material Alliance, launched by the European Commission a couple of months ago. And that is important since only 2% of the all manufactured batteries today are produced in Europe. And Europe has every opportunity to get this production right from the start in terms of labor, environmental aspects, and all. And we believe that with our experience and assets, Eurobattery Minerals is very well positioned to be a valuable contributor to make this come true.
Yeah, and that's of course. Could you give us some flavor on all your assets? I mean, you have mining projects in Sweden, in Finland, and also in Spain. Could you give us some flavor on those projects?
Absolutely. We have mines in Sweden, we have mines in Finland, and we have mines in Spain. Let's start from Spain. in Spain, we have Corcel, which is an oil mine, which is in the west coast in Galicia. It's an oil mine that we have acquired in 2019. And for that, we have made a huge drilling campaign, and we have extended the resources that we have historically, and the results are very promising. And we believe that we will have a very good opportunity to provide a first-class nickel to the markets. Hautalampi project in Finland is our last acquired project. It has been acquired last year. It's also an oil mine in close to the Russian border, around 360 kilometers east from Helsinki. And we have done a very extensive drilling campaign last year. We will continue this year, and we believe also that it will be very good portfolio to be added to our company. And obviously, as a Swedish company, Matt, we have 8 licenses, explorations licenses in Sweden, and we are just focused in our Färston licenses, of a license, and we are cooperating with the Uppsala University and the Krakow University in Poland to see how we could be more efficient, environmentally efficient, to extract vanadium and rare earth elements that will comply with be more green and supporting to be Europe self-sufficient in these elements.
Okay, very interesting, Roberto. I think time flies, so I think I only have one final question actually.
Okay.
Why should a German investor invest in Eurobattery Minerals?
Well, we have a very clear vision. Our investor is someone that is a really believer in the European market and the European electrical revolution. We are a central part. That is a central part of our agenda. Our mission is to propose ethically and sustainable sources of battery minerals from Europe to the European markets. And our projects are very well advanced and with a very promising outlook according to the conducted exploration studies. So we are one of these very small companies mining in Europe, supporting the European market, doing that in a sustainable and traceable and ethical way, and with all that coming from this wonderful continent to supply the car manufacturing industry.
Thank you, Roberto. Very nice.
You're welcome.
Remarks.
Thank you. It has been a pleasure to talk to you, Matt.
Yeah. Thank you, Roberto.